Namaste students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 5, Working of Institution. I have divided this chapter into two parts, part 1 and part 2. Today we will discuss part 1. Student, here you see the first part, introduction part. Now we all know what is democracy. Democracy means, according to Abraham Lincoln, democracy is of the people, for the people and by the people. That means we elect our representative. We means who? We means we common people. Now see, in a democracy the ruler have to follow some rules and procedure. Now this representatives have to follow some rules. Okay, they have to work with and within institution. The they means this ruler, they have to work with or within the institution. What is this? What is institution? Okay, so in this chapter we will discuss about the working of such institution in a democracy. Let's see. Student, here you see the first heading, how is a major policy decision taken? Okay, how the major policy decision is taken. How? See, a government order. First point, see, on 13 August 1990, okay, the government of India issued an order. In 1990, 13 August, government of India issued an order. It was called an office memorandum, or you can say it's a office document. Okay, like all government orders, it had a number. Like all the government memorandum or government orders, this office memorandum also had a number. Okay, you can see the number in the slide. Okay, next point, see, the Joint Secretary, an officer in the Department of Personnel and Training in the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension, signed the order. Who signed in this memorandum? See, the Joint Secretary, an officer in the Department of Personnel and Training in the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and the Pension, signed this order. Okay. Next, see, it was quite short, barely one page. This memorandum was very short, just only one page. Okay, it looks like an ordinary circular or notice that you may have seen in school. That means this memorandum was very short. It's like a ordinary circular. Okay, very short, only one page. The government issue hundreds of orders every day on different matters. We all know that government issue hundreds of orders every day, okay, on different matters. They are not concerned only one matter. They are busy with different matters in every day. But this one was very important and became a source of controversy for several years. But though the government was busy with different matter every day, but this one was very special, and because of that, what happened, it became a source of controversy for several years. Students, see here, this order means this official memorandum announced a major policy decision. What it was, see, it says that 27% of vacancy in civil posts and services under the government of India are reserved for socially and educationally backward class. That means they say that 27% should be reserved for, so that means which post, which vacancy, which post, that means civil posts and services under the government of India reserved for socially and educationally backward class. Okay, next, say, SEBC is another name for all those people who belong to castes that are considered backward by the government. This socially SEBC is another name for whom? For all those people who belong to castes that are considered backward by the government. The benefit of job reservation was still then available only to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. It also says that reservation should be extend for other backward people also, because the benefit of job reservation was still then available only for whom? Only for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Next, say now a third category called SABC was introduced. Another third category was introduced. See, only person who belong to backward classes were eligible for this quota. Here only those person who are backward class, they were eligible for this quota of 27% job. Others could not compete for this job. This 27% job, this 27% are reserved for only those people who are belong to backward classes, and other people, those who are not included in this class, they couldn't compete for these jobs. Students, see the heading. Here heading is the decision makers. Who are the decision makers? See, President is the head of the state and is the highest formal authority in the country. President is the head of the state. He is the nominal head of the state. Who is the real head of the government? The real head of the government is Prime Minister. Prime Minister is the head of the government and actually exercise all governmental power, and he exercise all governmental power. He takes most of the decision in the cabinet meeting, and he takes most of the decision in the cabinet meetings. We all know that parliament consists of president and two houses. One is Lok Sabha, another one is Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha means lower house and Rajya Sabha means upper house. The Prime Minister must have the support of a majority of Lok Sabha members, and Prime Minister must have the support of whom? Support of the majority of Lok Sabha members. So they are the decision makers. Okay, let's see. This office memorandum was the culmination of a long chain of events. Now we know that this office memorandum was the culmination of a long chain of events. The government of India has appointed the second backward classes in 1979. The government of India appointed the second backward classes in 1979. It was headed by B.R. Mandal, and because of his name it was popularly known as Mandal Commission. It was asked to determine the criteria to identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India. This commission main aim was to determine the criteria to identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India and recommend steps to be taken for their advancement, and they recommended that they should take some steps for their advancement, that means for these people. The commission gave its report in 1980, and this commission gave its report in 1980 and made many recommendations. One of this was that 27% of the government job be reserved for the socially and educationally backward classes. They made lots of recommendation. Among this recommendation, one of the important was that 27% of the government job be reserved for the socially and educationally backward classes. Students, see, the report and recommendation of Mandal Commission were discussed in the parliament for several years. Okay, next what happens, see, many parliamentarians and parties keep demanding the implementation of the commission recommendation. That means many parliamentarians and parties keep demanding that government should implement this recommendation of the Mandal Commission. Then came the Lok Sabha election of 1989. In its election manifesto, the Janata Dal promised that if voted to power, it would implement the Mandal Commission report. In the first point we are saying that for several years, many parliamentarians and parties keep demanding that the government should implement the recommendation of Mandal Commission, but it was not come into force. Then what happened? In 1989, Lok Sabha election came. That time what happened? See, that time the Janata Dal promised that if they will come in power, then they will they would implement the Mandal Commission report. Okay. Next, see, the Janata Dal did form the government after this election, and what happened in the result? They know that Janata Dal came into power. Now, what happens? Its leader BP Singh became the Prime Minister. After that, what happened? Several developments took place after that. What they were? See, the President of India in his address to the Parliament announced the intention of the government to implement the recommendation of the Mandal Commission. Now Janata Dal came into power. Now what happened? See, the President of India in his address to the Parliament, he announced the intention of the government to implement the recommendation of the Mandal Commission. On 6 August 1990, the Union Cabinet took a formal decision to implement the recommendation. After that, in 1919, 6 August, the Union government, they took the decision that they will implement the recommendation. Next day, Prime Minister BP Singh informed the Parliament about this decision through a statement in both the houses of Parliament. After that, what happened? That time, the Prime Minister BP Singh, he informed in the Parliament about the decision through a statement in both the houses of Parliament. Students, see, the decision of the cabinet was sent to the Department of Personnel and Training. Now what happened? The decision was taken, and now the decision of the cabinet was sent to where? Sent to the Department of Personnel and Training. Then the senior officer of that department drafted an order. Drafted means prepared a document, an order in line with the cabinet decision, and took the minister approval. That means after when the decision was sent to the Department of Personnel and Training, there what happened? See, the senior officer of the department drafted, that means they prepared a document, an order in line with the cabinet decision, and took the minister approval. Okay, an officer signed the order on behalf of the union government, and then what happened? The officer signed this order on behalf of whom? On behalf of union government. This was how OM number, you can see in the slide, was born on 13 August 1990. Through this process, this was born on when? 13 August 1990. Okay. For the next few months, this was the most hotly debated issue of the country. After the this was born, what happened? For few months, it was the most hotly debated issue of the country. It led to widespread protests, some of which were violent. Because of this, what happened? Because of this Mandal Commission, what happened? Widespread protest was going on during that time, and some of the protests were very violent. People reacted strongly because this decision affected thousands of job opportunities. Some of the people oppose it strongly, reacted, or you can say oppose it strongly, because this decision affected thousands of job opportunities. Some felt that existence of inequalities among people of different castes in India necessitated job reservation, because through this Mandal Commission, through this, what they did, 27% job reservation for the backward people. Now some of the people think that because of this commission, what happened? Inequalities come among the people, and because of some feel that existence of inequalities among people of different caste in India necessitated job reservation. See here, others feel that this was unfair, as it would deny equality of opportunity to those who did not belong to backward communities. Some of the people think that this was unfair for some people. For whom? Those who did not belong to backward classes. They would be denied job even though they could be more qualified. They think that those who didn't belong to the backward classes or community, they will be denied from their job even though they have more qualification. Okay, next see, some person and association opposed to do this order file a number of cases in the court. Now what happens, see, some person oppose this commission and they file a number of cases in the court. They appeal to the court to declare this order invalid and stop its implementation. And these people, those who appeal cases in the court, they appeal to the court that the court should declare this order invalid and stop its implementation. Next see, by majority the Supreme Court judges in 1992 declared that this order of the government of India was valid. Apart though the people filed some cases in the court, though the judges of the Supreme Court in 1992 declared that this order of government of India was valid. At the same time, the Supreme Court asked the government to modify its original order. At the same time, the Supreme Court asked the government to modify its original order. It said that well-to-do person among the backward classes should be excluded from getting the benefit of reservation. It was said that those persons who were well-to-do person, they are excluded from the benefit of this reservation. See, first heading is need for political institution. See, governing a country involves various activity. It's not a easy task, so it involves lots of activity. For example, see, our government is responsible for ensuring security to the citizen and providing facilities for education and health to all. Apart from this, it's also collect taxes and spend the money thus raised on administration, defense and development programs. Next, say some person have to take decision on how to go about these activities. Other have to implement this decision. We need some person who have to take decision on how to go about this this above activity, and we need also some person who implement this decision. And after that, say, if dispute arise on this decision or in their implementation, there should be someone to determine what is right and what is wrong. Sometimes what happens, some dispute arise in taking this decision. In that time, we need taking or implementing this decision. In that time, we need someone who can determine what is right and what is wrong. Next, say, so to attain all these tasks, several arrangements are made in all the modern democracies. So to attain all this above tasks, we need some arrangement in all modern democracy, and such arrangement are called institution. See, a democracy works well when the institution perform function assigned to them. In the previous slide, we know what is institution. All this institution, they have some work and they have some duty. When they perform their function well, then a democracy works well. The constitution of any country lays down the basic rules on the power and function of its institution. In each country, the constitution of that particular country, they lays down the basic rules and power of this institution. The Prime Minister and the Cabinet are institution that takes all important policy decision. We know the Prime Minister is the head of the government, and the Cabinet, this together, they take all the important policy decision. Next, the civil servant, that means the bureaucrats, working together are responsible for taking steps to implement the minister decision. The civil servant, that means bureaucrat, also help the minister and they help the minister to implement the decision. Next, the Supreme Court is an institution where dispute between citizen and government are finally settled. If some dispute arise, then the Supreme Court settle this dispute. Okay. Next, see, institution involve rules and regulation. This institution have some rules and regulation. If there is no rules and regulation, then what happen? The corruption will occur. This can, through this rules and regulation, they bind the hands of the leader. Institution involve meetings, committees and routines. This often leads to delay and complication. Because of this meetings, because of this discussion routines, sometimes it leads to delay or complication. Some of the delays and complication introduced by institution are very useful. Sometimes because of this delay, it may be frustration, it may occur, or some people may be frustrated. But what happens, sometimes because of this delay and complication introduced by institution are very useful. Because why? They provide an opportunity for a wider set of people to be consulted in any decision. Because through this delays, what happened? They provide an opportunity for a wider set of people to be consulted in any decision. This is the end of part 1. Students, thanks for watching.